Hello, people. This your boy Main Event Primetime TV here, and I'm here to talk about the NFC East and what's going on in the NFC East. So in this segment, they're going to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, but I want to talk about the other teams that's in the NFC East: the Commanders, Giants, and Cowboys. Not just the Eagles, but yeah, I want to talk about the NFC East as a whole. Now, I did make a video about the AFC North like a couple weeks ago, or when I recorded this. When I recorded this, it was a couple weeks ago. But to be honest, like this is also me recording this is like about to be the same week as me. As this is gonna get uploaded on YouTube on the 31st. But yeah, I done a video about the AFC North. Now I'm gonna do the NFC East. I want to talk about the NFC East. I'm gonna probably, if I'm not too busy, I'm gonna talk about the other divisions, but probably I might talk about. I'm trying to think of another interesting division that I can talk about. So like two divisions. I think maybe I'm trying to think. Maybe the AFC North and the NFC North, excuse me, and possibly I'd say AFC the AFC West, maybe. I was going to probably just the AFC like East, but like had the freaking Dolphins. Like the Dolphins in a rebuild and the Jets is ass. Um, it's really funny how the Knicks they just made it to the finals. Like and then it's like now the Nets is really irrelevant. So you got people wanting to move back to New Jersey, Jets, Mets, and Nets. Imagine being a Jets, Mets, and Nets fan. That all rhymes. It's not just that. Jets, Mets, and Nets and Islanders. Oh man. But that's not neither here or there. But let's talk about the NFC East.
For this Get Up exclusive, I'm Greeny, that's Shefty, that's D Wood, and we are going today to take a look at the teams in
Oh
the
yeah, Adam Schefter, the asshole.
NFL that won their divisions last season. There were 8 of them, of course, but only one of those is currently favored.
Now, before the Eagles won the division last year and the year before, there was not no repeat division champions in the NFC East. The last repeat division champions was in the mid 2000s, around like 2004, 2003, and 4 with the Eagles. Um, I was a baby around that time too, so yeah, it's like that it was like it took like 20 something years for to have a NFC East champion or a repeat NFC East champion.
To repeat as a division champ in 2026. That is the Eagles, as you see, at plus 115 to win what we think will be a competitive NFC East. But as you see, those division champs on your screen.
Yeah, I remember a couple years ago in 2023, the NFC East was good. Like you had the Commanders, they had a winning record, but they missed the playoffs. The Giants made the playoffs, the Cowboys made the playoffs, and the Eagles made the playoffs. And the Eagles won the division too. But the Giants they lost to the Eagles, the Cowboys they choked against the Niners. And it's like the Eagles made it to the Super Bowl but lost to the Chiefs. The NFC East was good that year. And could we see that this year? Then maybe. Like I do think the NFC East, like a lot of like there wasn't like major world changing. That makes any sense? Like crazy changes. Like there were changes. The most of the teams in here drafted well. Most of them drafted defense. Like you got the Commanders, they drafted a linebacker. Giants drafted a linebacker. Cowboys drafted 2 defensive players in the first round. And the Eagles are the only team that drafted a receiver in the first round. So there was a lot of defensive additions. It's not just in the draft, but like the Giants they lost Dexter Lawrence. Um, the Cowboys they added Rashawn Gary from the Packers, and the Eagles also added Reek Willen from the Seahawks. So there were a lot of defensive changes. Like the NFC East made a lot of defensive changes this year. Um, it's like because the Eagles they were good. They had Vic Fangio as defensive coordinator. The Cowboys they added the Eagles cornerbacks coach, which I thought was weird, but whatever. The Commanders they have I forgot his name. The guy with the guy with the goatee and the bald head. I forgot his name. No shade to him. He blew the 20 the lead in the Super Bowl with with the Falcons. They have him. I forgot his name. Dan Quinn. In the Giants, they added like John Harbaugh, and John Harbaugh's not a defensive coach, but like he had he knows how to hire defensive coordinators. Like he had the man who coaches the Seahawks, forgot his name, and he just went to Super Bowl and won it. He was under John Harbaugh. So like the Giants, they're probably gonna do well in defense too. Like the NFC East as a whole is gonna be a defensive division. Like I don't think it's. I mean, don't get me wrong. The offense is gonna be good, but it's gonna be a defensive. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be grit and grimy like the AFC North, but it's gonna be a good division defensively. And I do think that like a lot of the changes that were made was mostly defensive motivated. Especially with the Eagles, because the Eagles, they won that Super Bowl a couple years ago with defense.
None of the rest of those are favored at DraftKings Sportsbook to win the division. So let's start by focusing in on those
The division of the gods.
Eagles. Do you, D Wood, expect them to repeat as NFC champs? Remember, no team.
And by the way, when I say gods, I'm not talking about a higher spiritual life. I'm talking about like, well, God can also mean like not just the Most High, but it can also mean judge too. And also, unfortunately, it can also mean like pagan gods and or demigods and all that type of stuff too. That's preaching a Babylonian mystery school system.
Forever.
Allegedly.
Now they are the two-time defending champs. Will they make it to three-peat?
I'm going to say no. I just look at the Philadelphia Eagles. There's a couple things. Number one, they have, once again, another new offense that they're going to be installing with Sean Mannion, who came over from the Green Bay Packers. This is going to be a totally new system. Offensive line, another year older. They already started to regress.
Oh, yeah, because they lost. The Eagles have lost Jeff Stoutland. And I do think that could be a red flag. Because for the new offensive coordinator, I forgot his name, but like it's gonna be big shoes to fill for him, knowing that Jeff Stoutland was a star off assistant coach. Like he was never a coordinator, like which he probably should have been. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe there was things with that, but like he's a man that was never a coordinator or never a coach, but he had a real good position. Like that should tell you just like if there was gonna be a Hall of Fame for assistant coaches, he should be in it. Dead ass.
Front, on the offensive line. And so for me, when I take it, how will Jalen Hurts handle this new offensive system remains to be seen.
Yeah, I had this conversation with Troy Aikman the other day about all the different coordinators and everything else that they've done. And Shefty, that's obviously.
But I mean, the Cowboys also made there's a lot of staff changes within the division too. You got Harbaugh that got in, and you have the Cowboys that have a new defensive coordinator, and the Commanders. I think they also have a new offensive coordinator too, because I think they got rid of Kingsbury, the former Cardinals head coach. So there's a lot of changes. So I do think the Eagles could still win this division because like there's changes. Like if the Eagles since Jalen Hurts came here, or since he first started for this team in 2021, the Eagles has like done well with Hurts. Like they made it to, they never missed the playoffs with Hurts. That's crazy. And knowing that Jalen Hurts was a second round quarterback and he was never expected to be in this level, and they never missed the playoffs with him. With Wentz, they missed the playoffs with him. Hurts, they never did. Like, but here's the thing: like Wentz with injuries and stuff, and like Jalen Hurts. I mean, Jalen Hurts had injuries too, but like he's more durable than Wentz.
Topic look.
Well, you mentioned that it had been, I think, 20 years since an NFC East team had repeated.
I'm not gonna lie, Adam Schefter got a punchable face. I ain't even gonna lie.
So now you're telling
Now
me
ESPN has Ian. Now they have Ian Rappaport. I would use Ian Rappaport more if you ask me.
That there's going to be an NFC East team.
I mean, they both of a certain group of people, but I like one more than the other, to be honest.
repeats,
Yes.
wins 3 divisions in a row, that very well may happen, and the Eagles are good enough to do that. But I will say, the Dallas Cowboys are going to be much better. The New York Giants are going to be much better. And through no fault of their own, the Commanders have to be better because they were so bad last year.
Yeah.
So all the teams in that division, I fully expect
I
to be improved.
remember when Dwayne Haskins died, man. Didn't he jump the gun when he died or whatever? That was like in 2021 or whatever. Like, damn temperature did something fucked up when Dwayne Haskins died. I forgot the situation. It was a long time ago.
Over what they were.
Even before that situation, I never really cared about him before that situation. So, I mean, whatever.
Last year, making it more difficult for the Eagles to win their 3rd straight division title.
And what also might make it more difficult, although some may wonder if it's addition by subtraction, is the pending trade of A.J. Brown. And we're waiting till June. This sort of was a hot topic around the draft. It's been a little quiet just because other things are going on and there's nothing there. But nothing has changed as far as that's concerned.
Nothing has changed despite any issues in New England, despite any questions there. The trade is still tracking to happen post June 1st. I expect there to be a deal that is agreed to and completed once we get to the month of June, where A.J. Brown goes to New England and becomes a Patriot.
So I mean, how does that impact them? There's very few hard, fast rules in life, but one of them is you don't usually get better by getting rid of very good players. This is a very good player, albeit one who probably wasn't happy in his situation and who probably wasn't being utilized to the maximum degree that he could be. Do you still think they get better despite his departure?
Well, I mean, I find it tough to believe that you get better when you deal away an alpha in that offense. That's what A.J. Brown is. He's the alpha.
A.J. Brown is an alpha, but like he also have like the beta. Now, is A.J. Brown a great athlete and a great player? Yes, but like he has. I don't want to be like so major shade, but like he kind of has like a beta mentality with like. Especially during his time with the Eagles, like you are in a dang all-star level team. You have just won the Super Bowl with that team, and you want to cry your way out of Philly to a team like the Patriots, where their head coach is fucking a reporter. Excuse my language. They are fucking a journalist. Mike Vrabel is smashing Diana Rossini, and you want to go to that crap? I mean, I know Nick Sirianni can be a dickhead. But like, you want to go to that? I would stay in Philly as long as possible. Now, maybe I'm being biased because I'm from Philadelphia, but like, you want to leave that? Even if it was the Cowboys, and the Cowboys had these level of players and stuff, you want to leave that? Like when the Cowboys had like Dak Prescott, Dez Bryant and all them dudes. I don't know. I don't know why I'm using the Cowboys. I'm gonna use another team I just like. The Patriots. And Damien Woody used to play for the Patriots. When they had Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, all those all-stars, they had a great defense with Belichick. You want to leave that? Like, come on. Like, it's crazy, man. Crazy.
He's a guy that when I need to make something happen, when I need to go.
Like, come on, Arthur. Like, come on, Arthur Jawan Brown. Like, you want to leave that?
He's the guy that I look towards. Devontae Smith is a very talented player, former Heisman Trophy winner. But A.J. Brown was the alpha in that receiving room, and he'll be
now. Now Devontae Smith is going to be that alpha receiver. Like I said, like A.J. Brown, is he an alpha male athlete? Yes, but like he kind of gives me beta vibes with like you wanting to leave a team that's like come on, like I get if you're like you won enough rings with them, you did enough with them, and you it's time for it to go. But like now, like come on, bro, like come on, like. Great athlete, but like, and looking back at it, you want to look at NFL history, like, Terrell Owens, he basically did the same thing but worse, especially with after 1 year with Philly. Like, it's just like, it could be worse, to be honest, especially if you're a Philly fan.
I think so too. And so that does make you wonder, will they be more tight end centric? Will they run the ball more with Saquon? Look, when they won the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, that offense was really built around the running game.
Yeah, the Eagles had
Not
a
as
really good run game, but there's gonna be some problems to that with the offensive line change with the offensive line changes. And I think didn't Lane Johnson retire? I don't think he did. Now I think he's staying, but like I think somebody had retired. Let me look that up. Somebody retired of the Eagles offensive line. Who retired in the Eagles offensive line? Oh, we all know Jason Kelsey. That was a couple years ago. That's old. I thought somebody retired. Nah, no major changes to the offensive line. That would be problem. Cause I did some research to us with offensive, not off-season changes with the NFC East, and nobody mentioned the offensive line.
last year, maybe a lot of hits on Saquon from the year before. Maybe the line wasn't quite as good. It's another.
There was a lot of injuries though.
Offensive coordinator. Do you think the offense will look vastly different this coming year?
Absolutely, I think it will. You'll see more of this offense operating in between the numbers. If you look at
There's gonna be no more Stoutland University.
Eagles
And
offense.
keep in mind, this is the same man who found the guy that never played American football in his life. He played rugby. He played Australian rugby or Australian football. And he turned that person from rugby to be a good American football player. That's crazy. Nobody else has done that. Nobody in NFL history has developed a player that never played a sport made in America from another country and made him to be a dang Pro Bowler. Like, who's done that? Nobody. And Jeff Stoutland done that, man. That's crazy.
In the past, a lot of their
I ain't even gonna lie. I think maybe my age is showing. But like, Unc was cooking. He was cooking.
a lot of their opportunities in the pass game were outside the numbers. A.J. Brown, operating out there. This offense is going to be, I think, it's going to be multiple tight ends. It's going to be operating inside the numbers. And that's something totally different from what Jalen Hurts has done throughout his career.
What are you thinking about that, Jeff? Do you expect that offense to look vastly different?
It has to.
Yeah.
They essentially moved on from their offensive coordinator, hired a new offensive coordinator, a new pass game coordinator. It's going to look very different. Now, obviously, Jalen Hurts has certain things that he likes, and I'm sure they'll work around him. But how could this offense not look different than it did in previous seasons?
All right, so that's the story with the Eagles. Let's go to another team that won their division.
Okay, let's talk about the other teams in the NFC East real quick. Now you talk about the Eagles. The Giants, they made a lot of change. They made three major changes. They got a new coach, John Harbaugh. They lost Dexter Lawrence, and they added Arvell Weiss. Now, I watched a video a couple days ago of them, like, there was political friction. I don't want to talk about politics in this, but I talk about, the guy, I forgot his name. The guy that they drafted from Penn State, and he was an Eagles fan growing up. There was friction with him and Jackson Dart. I'm missing a lot of names of him, Jackson Dart political leanings or whatever. I mean, like, it's just like, do I think like Jackson Dart is like that like freaking redneck Republican dude that's like, oh man, MAGA this, I love MAGA. No, I mean like Jackson Dart give me that wiggle white boy. I see him with the dancing and the chains and stuff. He give me Kirk Cousins vibes. So it is what it is on that. But I do think the Giants can be a threat to the Eagles. Not Eagles, but like they could be a wild card team, a threat of the wild card. Like they added John Harbaugh. Like the only major loss they had was Dexter Lawrence, but they got Brian Burns, and they added Arvell Weiss, and they, like I said, they could be a threat defensively. Like they got all these defensive. Now I don't know about Thibodeau. Like Thibodeau, it's just been awkward his time in New York. But what's his name? What's the brother name who got injured in MetLife, which is a horrible field? This guy's name. Malik Neighbors, he's a really good receiver. Like he's gonna return, and Cam Scatterbo, Mr. CTE, he's gonna return. Like and be freaking, he's gonna crash out on the field. I ain't even talking about like crash out, like he's gonna be like detrimental. He's gonna be like detrimental for other teams, not the Giants. Like the Giants is gonna be really good this. I mean, they're gonna be watchable this year. I ain't gonna say they're gonna be good and great because you never know, but they're gonna be watchable. Now the Cowboys, like they're watchable, but people want to watch them to lose. Like the only major change they made was franchise tagging George Pickens. Now, like I said, they could, like not the only, but like they also got, ironically enough, a Packers player because they lost Micah Parsons to the Packers, Rashawn Gary. Like they added him. They added 2 defensive players in the draft. So the Cowboys is going to be looking different with a new defensive coordinator. Like I do think the Cowboys could also be a wild card there. They could also win the division too. Like they could be a threat. Like I do see the Cowboys like making some noise, especially in the wild card. Commanders, they have new uniforms. They brought back the Redskins. Oh, again, yes, I said the Redskins. Don't be mad, liberals. They do have a new linebacker. I think Bobby Wagner is getting up there in age, but they also have not made no major crazy changes, especially in the offense around Jaden Daniels. Like Jaden Daniels, like they still have McLaurin. They also have somebody else too. Oh, they have that guy that played for the Titans that made that one-hand catch. Trayvon Burks. He could be a good wide receiver 2, a wide receiver 3. They also have somebody else too. Yeah, they got Deebo Samuel, fat ass, but like he really haven't done that much with the damn Commanders. Like that dude, he just be packing the pounds, man. It's just, man, it's crazy. But yeah, like the NFC East, like I do see like maybe 2 to 3 teams making the playoffs in this division. This could be the division of gods again, like in 2023. But we'll see. Who I think who will win the division? The Eagles. Like, come on, y'all think I'm gonna pick somebody else? Like I said, dude, like who I think could be a threat to the Eagles could be the Giants. But like I said, I got the Eagles. I got the Giants, maybe. Then maybe I got the Commanders at 3rd. I got the Cowboys at 4. Cowboys. I still think they got it, man. Like it's just like I'm sorry, like you just like the Cowboys. Y'all need some more work. Dak Prescott. Y'all still have Dak. Dak. I ain't gonna say ass, but like Dak is just like it's just, oh man. The Cowboys and Dak Prescott is like a damn like toxic relationship. Like they fuck each other and then they fight. They fuck. They fight. They fuck. They fight. Like Dak Prescott after he got injured in 2020. Like it's been back and forth with Dak. Like he has a good regular season and then like in the playoffs it's just be choking. But yeah, like the Eagles gonna win the division. I do think the Giants like can be a threat. Especially they were a threat last year, even when they were ass last year, beating the Eagles. Like, and I think New York is gonna be extra motivated with the Knicks winning the Knicks being in the finals. Like, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff popping in New York. Even though, like, I feel some certain type of way about New York, but yeah, it's gonna be popping in New York. And is that building? That building looks weird. One of the buildings, especially, whatever. But yeah, it's your boy, Main Event Prime Time TV. I'm out. Peace.